everybody, and welcome back to Join the Anarchy, the interactive and improvised Shadowrun Anarchy campaign live on Twitch. And tonight is our 50th anniversary Rectacular. We have, and Rectacular indeed, Detroit's about to fucking riot.
Riot! I shouldn't say that aloud. My windows are open.
Yeah, Ares. Basically, there's been a giant news release that Ares is going to up and leave Detroit, basically gutting its economy in favor of greener pastures. And thanks for that sub, Captain Scar. Much appreciated.
Is it Captain Scar or Captain Scar? Comment and let us know.
I'm gonna bet it's Scar.
I think that seems more likely. Seems more likely.
Yeah, but if it's Captain Scar, we're gonna feel very
stupid.
I like to think
really dumb.
I like to think that it's Captainsk R.
Yeah, I think that's what he went with.
Yeah.
All right,
so,
Scar.
It is Scar. Sweet. Typically, so sometimes it can be
close.
Car. Yeah. So that information was leaked by Ziggy, the troll shadowrunning philosopher, on his radio podcast, Radio Free Detroit. Hey, donation. Thanks, Palmer. Palmer just dropping all this money like it's hot. I feel so good.
You're making it rain.
He's excited about Ziggy's role today.
Yeah, right. And Fritz, after a narrow call in his hideout, has located a possible location to track down Ziggy, and is going to be meeting up with Voltar and Deliverance to do so, and basically in a way to, I guess the plan is to protect Ziggy? Or what is your plan, Fritz?
I wanted to talk to him.
Okay. You just wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, that's all that's all he's disclosed so far. He was talking to Archivist about Ziggy being an idiot for putting a target on himself like this, and he wanted to go talk to him.
Okay.
He's definitely not there to kill him or hurt him. So
he better not be.
I don't have any more plot points left, so that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of which, so, Fritz, you had just hacked into one of the gangers' comlinks, and I realized that I was being unfair as a GM. When you succeeded a hacking test, you get to decide the thing that you find. However, since we already asked the audience for stuff, let's do a combo. So you do your thing, and then and you can grab something so you can get a plot point for yourself as well.
So I am taking a plot point for Eric's suggestion of all the gangers' favorite porn services, his mom, his fellow gangers, the cop he calls to trade info for New Yen, a dog grooming service, a pizza joint, a bookie, and a girlfriend and or boyfriend.
That's amazing.
I'm going to make that and or an and.
Well, thanks, Eric.
And so I would say that he's probably learned from all the run-ins with them, kind of like how their weird ganger hierarchy works. And so he thinks that this guy possibly has some sort of he was probably like not second in command, but probably like the one they have left after the guy with the rocket launcher blew up. And he forces himself onto the guy's AR in the silhouette. And
but that's not terrifying.
Yeah, he says, "Those were very expensive countermeasures you've destroyed."
Who the fuck are you?
Who I am, Clarence, is none of your concern.
Oh shit, bringing out the real names.
What is your concern is that if you do not leave me alone, you and the rest of your scum do not leave this location and myself alone, your mother and sister residing in Lansing will find an early grave for themselves. Do you understand me?
Got it loud and clear, man.
I never want to see your face again. if I see even one of you within 100 meters of this building, I can find every one of you and your weaknesses, and I will press them.
Hangs up.
And then he kind of like sits back in his chair. Barbarians only ever react to violence. He like looks at the archivist. It's a language I don't like to speak, but it's the only one they listen to. And he like disarms. Well, yeah, he like disarms the bomb, but he also has it on like a dead man switch. So if they had killed him, it would have blown up anyway.
Uh-huh.
But now it's disarmed. He kind of just has like a switch he flicks.
Well, you do what you must, I suppose.
He messages everybody. Been at Voltar Deliverance, and he says, "Problem taken care of."
I knew you would.
Thank God.
Smooth skin. Take care of yourself. Don't be so suicidal.
I'm not suicidal. I'm just a realist.
You Germans.
Walter will send that gif of that ghost that's saying send virtually ghost hug. And then below it says, I don't really know what this means, but it looks cute.
Huh. He doesn't reply to that, just he looks at Archivist. And he's like, you'd think Ares would be up to date, but all I get are dead memes.
But he like knows them because he's so old.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I think I remember that one.
Oh yeah.
You remember when that moth thing was going around? That was stupid.
I tried the ice bucket challenge.
I actually did that.
Ooh.
And he'll
I have 1 million terabytes of memes.
Oh my god.
Is there a limit to your space?
No. The Matrix is limitless.
So you store how do you have a server that you store things on?
Like a
It is
limitless
purely out of
cloud.
curiosity.
I don't understand this isn't new.
No, there are people that have certain ways of storing their information, and I was interested to see because that is a lot of memes. So I was wondering.
There's been a lot of
how you keep
memes
track
in your
of it.
civilization.
Yeah, they got old after 2036.
Oh, darling, memes never get old. They just go out quite quickly.
They do.
Memes will be here forever. They say there's 3 things that will survive the apocalypse: cockroaches, share, and memes.
Don't ever mention share.
You didn't like my meme? I made a little twist to it. I thought it was quite apropos.
Listen, I didn't even watch the first season, so it's lost on me.
Oh my god, is Cher our own meme now, guys?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh
But yeah,
Cher's been a meme.
no! Yeah.
He messages them again and says, "Meet me at Ziggy's address," and he will open his door. His assault rifle is left on the table, but he opens his door and kind of like assesses the rubble and probably has to like push the door open, like kind of like shoulder it open to even be able to get out. Those are very expensive turrets. And then he closes the door and he'll start walking.
Yeah. Fun thing, let's note that Voltar and Deliverance, you were pinged this location in the Auburn Blight. That was the distress call. So if you were to ever want to follow up on this location in your future, you could.
Okay,
Yeah.
noted. He might burn it after this, though.
Maybe not. He seems very attached to this
Honestly,
location,
honestly, had like 1% thought of like, well, he'll just take everything he needs, leave, and blow the fucking thing up.
Yeah,
Because it's obviously more trouble than it's worth. But no, he needs that place.
Volter's
Alright.
gonna, as they're driving through Detroit, and after seeing Deliverance break down, probably numerous times in this ride, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she's intermittently holding herself together.
She pulls up her comm link and sends a message to Gage, asking him if he's safe, and then she'll send a message to her father. That just says, out of everything, I love you, and be safe.
You don't get an immediate response. He's probably busy.
That's fine. I don't need one.
Gage, though,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Gage?
Gage is going to essentially say, I might need to rethink my contract with your father.
There's a long pause before he gets another message, but he just gets back, ditto.
Keep in touch, kid.
She'll send a of course.
All right, so, all right, so let's meet up. Chat. We need more chat suggestions flowing through here for our $25 giveaway raffle.
For our 50th anniversary Wreckathon thingy that
Wreckathon raffle.
I can't do without this.
$25 can be yours on Drive-Thru-RPG.
Buy all the
yeah.
things.
Let's have a hideout. Where would Ziggy's hideout be that he broadcasts from?
Yes.
Hey, Doug.
Doug.
Yeah, where would it be? So while we're waiting for chat to decide that, why don't we do a oh, you okay?
I just died inside. It came out of nowhere.
Oh, that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I was
An
gonna bring up
ice
some
cream
of
bar?
the ice creams. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. That, I mean, Soy Mage pretty much just, yeah, let's
Yeah, Soy Mage.
Soy Mage, thank you. So
Thanks.
it's the should I? No.
That moment when your GM laughs to himself and goes, "Should I?" No. Had so many moments like that.
You know what? No, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it because it's funny.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah. So it turns out that the ice cream place was actually the Froyo and ice cream place that Voltar and Deliverance got the news at in the first place.
Nice. I love it.
So
Wow, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great.
The whole time you were just this close to Ziggy.
Yeah.
I feel like, is this where we just were?
Voltar points at the Froyo that's like slowly still sliding on the wall. She goes, "Yes."
Oh god, they fucked this place. I'm sorry. They messed this place up. It's like, there's like Froyo everywhere, and there's like overturned tables and broken glass, and like, it's pretty rough in there.
Yeah,
But the
as you
machines are leaking.
as you approach, and this place is we'll say it's in, I guess it would be in Dearborn. It could be Dearborn or Oakland County. I'll say Dearborn. I feel like, or I guess Oakland County would be closer to your home. Dearborn. Let's say Dearborn. Okay, I'm gonna say Dearborn. It's Dearborn.
Dearborn.
So you're in that. Yeah. So you're in like Voltar's neighborhood.
Hey.
That area. The streets are already like people are already starting to like hurl trash cans through windows. They're trying to like just break into play. I mean, it takes some more time. People have, of course, put up like stronger, sturdier glass, but like people are just trying to break in, and eventually with enough people hurling bricks and cracks and cracks and cracks, eventually things do smash. And yeah, the streets are just like total chaos right now.
I'm surprised Knight Errant or anyone else has been on the streets handling or trying to handle this.
You know what? That's a great point. And yes, I will spend that plot point because, duh, Oz. While these things are happening, I mean, Knight Errant is out on the streets. They're doing what they can. They're beating down civilians. They're firing into the streets if they can. There's like tear gas being thrown around. You guys, that's not happening right now on this street, but you know that eventually Knight Errant will get here. But it seems like just in general, they're spread pretty thin. Detroit is a huge city. It's a huge sprawl. Anyone that's been to regular Detroit in Fifth Worlds, in real worlds, would know that imagine Detroit, but then spread out even further to encompass other cities like Windsor and Auburn and stuff. So yeah, it's Knight Errant's gonna be spread very thin. It's not gonna. If anything, most of the concentration is probably gonna be downtown.
I'm gonna take both Soy Mage and Nick's suggestion that the jukebox is still working, but it's like stuck, and it keeps repeating the same song, and it's a Cher song.
Yes, I was gonna take that, but I didn't have
it. Sorry, Oz. She's not here. It's just her music.
It's just her music. Hey, it's the 50th episode. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just like that over. It's not even like the whole song.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Guys, we don't have the rights to the song. Shh. Just imagine.
You're only allowed like a couple seconds. You're allowed a couple seconds. So Deliverance like goes and like tries to turn it off. She's like, I hate this song. Jeez. She's like kicking it.
Voltar's doing this thing where she's going occasionally as she looks around.
Sorry, Menzi.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, the ice cream store that had this closed sign up in AR is just like kind of hovering over a smashed glass window in front of the door. And yeah, I mean, like everything's been like toppled over. There's ice cream and napkins everywhere. Like people just basically looted the ice cream here.
Loot ice cream. I mean, hey. Out of curiosity, is there anything in like this register that they might have, or is that looted too? Or did they just go for the ice cream?
Well, I mean, the register, they don't actually take physical cash. Everything's new yen.
That's true.
Everything's just like creds. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I mean Deliverance will kind of look around and say, well, how do we... Is he down? Is there an upstairs to this? Or maybe we'll get that from chat, the details of where Ziggy actually is.
Chat!
I mean, Fritz is probably still walking there. Because he's on foot, and you guys were by car. So
let's just say that you guys met. We're speeding up to the time that you met.
Okay.
Chat!
Oh yeah, go on.
Decorate this ice cream joint. I know you already did, and I chose two suggestions that it's all teal, and it has I think it's a very bad 50s aesthetic that they pull off horribly or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, horrible misunderstanding of the 50s diner aesthetic. But everything's teal.
And
like,
that's why Cher's on there, because it's like the wrong decade, but like they're like, this is old, sure.
Yeah. This is retro, right? People like this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's a good
Palmer!
one.
I'm taking that one. In the tunnels for pizza.
Go for it.
Yoink.
All right.
I've never been to Disney.
So as you, all right. So Fritz walks into the ice cream shop, like just like the crunch of glass.
As he's nearing the front, he sees the Froyo car starting to speed away with a very large man in the front seat and this very small guy with a boombox in the passenger seat. Like starts to pull away, and he's like, you can hear someone yelling in the car, and he's like, "Without the Aries, there is no bowling. Without the bowling, I can't pay for my babushka's groceries." You don't understand because you don't eat anything. Like speeding away.
Oh god,
I love him.
So that reminds me. Give yourself a plot point. Give yourself a plot point for this, and then everyone take a plot point for that last scene that we did.
Oh,
Yeah,
bowling
Like
scene. Thank
all
you.
of that. No, yeah, just all of that fun backstory that we've done, or not backstory
man.
even, but just the continuation of character-driven plot that you guys are so good at. All right.
Yeah, I'm
so-
gonna check AR. Or he's gonna walk in, kind of like wave at the two of them, sit in a booth and like lean himself up against the wall, and then go into the matrix to look around for where he's hiding in here.
Yeah. You locate something that would be. Actually, wait. Sorry. Hack. Perception. Matrix perception.
Yeah. Wait. Matrix perception.
Regular perception. Logic plus willpower.
Okay.
It's
okay.
just
I always
matrix.
forget that it's
So
logic
you
plus
have any matrix
willpower.
bonuses?
Bam, 4. I'm gonna spend an edge because I can't roll. It's 9, right? Holy shit, 10.
Nice.
So you at first you had a little bit of difficulty, but then you're able to just kind of like, of course, and then you were able to locate whoever. Basically, at this point, Ziggy had set up a good firewall / like I want to say like white noise generator, but that's not what. But it's basically like a blocking signal, right? Enough where he can like not have his stuff detected. But of course, like once you are onto that, you're like, duh, and then you find it, and yeah. So he is in the tunnels that Street Pizza uses for immediate delivery through Detroit. And you're able to like literally just pinpoint the little alcove that he would be hiding in.
Is there like
find
security as well? Like he had like reinforced doors and cameras and all that business. You notice that there are a couple of other comlinks hanging out in that area, so it looks like it might be a little hideout for Ziggy and any friends he might have. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna.
You also notice a Panther Cannon XL. It's
What?
a nice big.
Is that the something with lasers?
No, the Panther Cannon is a nice big. Was it a grenade launcher, missile launcher?
That sounds like a.
I
Is
should
it?
know
But
this.
it's
I should
in
know
the
this.
room.
Yeah,
Like someone's
It's an
holding
assault-
it in the room.
it's an assault cannon. Ziggy likes.
Is that-
You remember, Ziggy likes to talk about this all the time. It's his weapon.
Yeah.
He loves that thing.
So
So that's how you know it's him.
Fritz is gonna. So it's pretty easy to access the pizza tunnel from the Froyo shop, and then like stand outside the door.
You don't see anything outside of the door.
Well, no, but like I can get to that location. I can like
You
we
see
could
it, yeah,
all
you,
like
you see
walk.
it below Detroit, but like, you guys kind of like walking around the establishment, and then Voltar and Deliverance, maybe while you guys are kind of searching the Froyo shop, you find in the storage room where all of the Froyo, I guess, is being like whipped or whatever. Like they have they have that machine that whips your ice cream or whatever, and etc. And like storage freezers. You find that there's actually like a little floor hatch. And when you open it, you see that it opens from both sides, and you realize like maybe this is a way for like this is an entrance for the street pizza people. And yeah, because it turns out that this Froyo shop, this ice cream shop, is also a subsidiary of Street Pizza.
Of course. So yeah, I guess we'll head down there then.
Street yo.
I think
Street yo.
once Fritz gets into the shop, Deliverance is like, "Oh, Fritz, thank God!" And she goes to hug him, but stops herself and says, "Oh, sorry, I was worried about you. I'm glad you're okay. We found this hatch. If you want to help us check it out."
Well, he like as soon as he walked in, he you guys kind of had that exchange, and then he just kind of nods at you and says, "Yes, it is. It's been quite a day for sure." And then he'll slide into the booth, knock himself out, get the information, and then wake back up, and then, I trust everything is safe. All of your affairs are in order.
Yeah, as best they can be.
All right. That troll has a missile launcher aimed at the door, so just be careful. Well, yeah. And he'll start climbing down the hatch.
Voltar's gonna be like, "Do you want me to go first?" Because of the
No.
launch. Oh.
There's we don't want to spook him. We want him to understand that this is not a hostile meeting.
Perhaps
Because
I should stay in the back. I am pretty much a walking weapon.
You're the tank. So whatever you think is wisest.
I've called into a show before. I doubt he'd remember me, but maybe... I don't know, maybe I should try to talk to him.
If you'd
Deliverance
like.
gonna fangirl? Sorry, Travis. Is Deliverance gonna fangirl?
Oh, totally, she is. Yes, she is. She actually looks flustered as she says that. And she's like, "All right, so it's pointing right at us if we go down this little hatch in the freezer. Is that the?"
I believe there's a door. He's
Okay.
He's preparing himself to be breached. That's what she said.
All right. Oh Lord.
Lose
okay.
Take it away. God.
I kid.
Yeah, I think she'll.
No, I took one away.
Head down and,
It's like you recognize that you deserved it. You're like, I get it.
Yeah.
I have no issue.
It's a bad joke. Yeah, so Deliverance will offer to go down first and say, I mean, we'll see. If that's okay with you two. All right. Let's do it then. And she climbs down the hatch.
All right. And
20mm shells. Oh, okay.
Jeez.
all right. So, and as you all descend to meet Ziggy the Troll Shadowrunner in his den, I think that's where we're gonna end this episode.
Ooh.
Damn. Oh, no chance to chat with Ziggs.
I know, it's
And-
already almost midnight.
Neither stream boss NPCs.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we We're just
We're gonna
collect
have-
a bunch of NPCs.
A 3
Yeah.
boss NPC session.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to somehow team them up with each other, like a Shadowrunning team or something.
Because
No.
this-
I had a plan for one, but since we ran a little late with all of the technical difficulties, like it just But no,
They'll show up.
yeah. Ah, jeez. Okay, well, that said, hey, Palmer, congratulations. Wait, first off, okay, for the 50th spectacular episode, I think we're going to, I need to find that song. It's been a long time. We're gonna play the original outro song that was vetoed in first episode of Campaign 1 for the Bathhouse song.
We were like, no, we need a new one.
Bathhouse song is
OP.
But to celebrate, I think
Yeah.
this is a nice back to basics song. Palmer, congratulations, you are the stream boss, so you get to make the next NPC. And I guess if you want to flesh out this farce person, we can maybe make it that. Yeah? So congratulations to Palmer, and thank you to everybody who helped helped our show. We much appreciate it. We love you all. We couldn't do this without you. It's all of your support that has kept us live for 50 episodes and hopefully for 50 more. So let's so pat yourselves on the back, everybody. We're accomplished. Rectacular explosions.
I'm not gonna lie,
Riots.
this music makes me feel like I'm not playing Voltar, I'm playing retro, so
Right?
Nice.
Oh, totally.
like I'm getting nostalgia just listening to it.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, well, you know what? We've had a lot of great moments across season 1 and season 2.
Oh, definitely.
Some of which were definitely like as I was looking through it in our Discord chat, like all of the fun moments that everyone had, and I saw so many season 1 moments. I'm like, man, season 1 was great. And then I was like, oh, but there's still so many that weren't mentioned, like Deliverance Turbo turning into a big ass like half dragon.
Oh my
Oh, was that ever great?
Yeah.
Awesome was that?
Yeah, but lots of great stuff happening in season 2, and I'm excited to just keep this going. And I actually want to say, like, I feel that now that Detroit is starting to fall, does this feel like it's kind of wrapping up the first, like, act of this storyline?
It
Yeah,
does.
like chapter
Maybe even-
1 is
Yeah.
chapter 1's done.
Yeah, so more. I think we're gonna open up to lots of brand new fun storylines once we wrap up whatever's going on in Detroit here, and then make our way to Rome. Anyway, so you know what else we have to do? We have to give away a $25 drive-through RPG prize to one of the lovely people who contributed to all of the suggestions over this and
they're
several
awesome.
episodes prior. And the winner of $25 on our 50th Rectacular episode is 6 of Spades for the horrible misunderstanding of the 50s diner aesthetic.
Yay! Yeah, that's kind of fitting for, you know, it being a suggestion in this episode.
Right? So congratulations to 6 of Spades, otherwise known as Nathan. I'm just gonna say it. He's Nathan Blades. He does a Shadowrun Anarchy podcast called The Talent Agency. So if you haven't, if you need more Shadowrun Anarchy in your life, check them out. They are quite funny, actually. Nathan's a hilarious GM. And just all around cool guy. Did an interview with him for his other show, The Passion Project. So just gonna keep plugging, man. It's well deserved. Thank you so much for all your support. And all right, I think now is our time to just kind of sound off. So I'm Oz, Game Master, Oligarch of Insanity, voice of Ziggy, the troll Shadowrunning philosopher on Radio Free Detroit. Check that out, as well as Tales from the Stuffer Shack, which I'm sure will return at some point. I don't know when, but if you haven't checked out Tales from the Stuffer Shack, that's a Shadowrun Anarchy podcast as well, where I play a clerk in a Stuffer Shack. It's quite funny. Yeah, so that's... Oh, and I'm also... Oh, we also have a bunch of other shit coming up on the Shadowcasters network that I also wanted to plug. Once Upon a Tabletop on the 24th. That's a Wednesday. That's going to be with That's going to be the Arkham Horror card game, and that's going to be facilitated by Scrim's husband, who we also know in chat as Super Sage, who has his podcast called Mythos Busters. So do you want to plug that for him?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, if anybody is interested in the Arkham Horror card game,
Love the shit out of it.
they are the premier podcast that for that particular game. There's a couple out there, but they actually recently launched a Patreon to support they do a couple spin-offs too, and if you love LCGs, in particular Arkham Horror, they're also going to be at Arkham Nights in a couple of weeks in Minneapolis, FFT headquarters, hanging out there.
Oh, that's awesome. My friend keeps talking about Arkham Knights because he's convinced that they're going to release the Arkham Horror 3rd edition, or the board game, the new edition of the Arkham Horror game.
Huh. I haven't heard anything about board games, but so I'm hanging out with the kiddo for 6 days, and he's going and gaming for something like 100 hours over 5 days. I don't know if that's even possible. That's like no sleep, so maybe not. Yeah. But anyway, it's close to that. So that is my husband's exciting podcast life, and for myself, this is what you see here is what you get. But I'm occasionally on other Shadowcaster things, and I'm always excited when I finally get a chance to watch any of you fine folks. So the good stuff.
Wait, is this legit? We just hit 1,000 followers?
We just hit 1,000 followers.
My God.
What? We're at 1,000 followers?
That's amazing.
Holy balls.
Holy balls is
holy balls indeed.
Wow. You know what? I say Bobby, I'm gonna spend the company money. I'm gonna do another I'm gonna reshuffle. I'm gonna do another giveaway.
Yes, dude,
yeah.
Hey!
Boom!
What up?
Christy, thanks for the raid.
Or
Casual Queen.
Yeah, raided as well.
Welcome. It's at the end, but welcome.
You know what? Or should I thanks Christy for the raid. You just caught us right on the tail end.
Yeah.
Should I give the $25 to the Fresh White Briefs who did their 1,000 follow? I kind of just want to say thank you to that.
I love it.
Let's do that.
Might as well.
Hey, Fresh White, thank you for the 1,000 follows. I mean, well, not for all 1,000 follows, but for the 1,000.
Congratulations! You're our 1,000th visitor.
Yeah. So you know what? You just won $25 on Drive-Thru RPG, which is enough to buy yourself a copy of this game, Shadowrun Anarchy, as well as a bunch of other supplementary material or RPG content. So,
God. Our 50th episode, our 1,000th followers.
Like so perfect.
Right, and
Detroit is exploding.
Detroit's exploding. Act 1 is done, and we're also we're looking at our 2-year anniversary in 2 weeks. For this
you
show.
guys, I don't know if you know, but the 2-year anniversary gift is cotton, so I guess we're gonna have to release a shirt.
What?
I don't know. I have to make a shirt that people can buy.
Oh yeah, I guess
that
we should.
would be amazing.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do that. I've been meaning to do merch. I should make merch. I'm gonna make merch.
You should make merch.
2 years.
I should make merch.
2 years.
Do it.
All right, so let's. Since we have all of these people that just raided, real quick, I just wanted to explain who we are and what we do, because since you caught us on the tail end, you should return in 2 weeks when we're going to have our 2-year anniversary episode. And yeah, so we play the Shadowrun Anarchy tabletop RPG, which is the narrative version of the cyberpunk RPG Shadowrun. It's been around since like the 80s. and this particular iteration, that's the narrative version, just came out a couple of years ago. It's fresh, it's awesome, we love it, and yeah, we've been playing this campaign of it, which is totally improvised with the help of our audience's suggestions. We've been playing this campaign that we were going on 15 episodes, but prior to that, we've had like we've had short arcs and short episodes, as well as one big long season of 29 episodes plus whatever. So like we've been around for a while. This is why we're celebrating the 2-year anniversary. So thank you and welcome. And we hope to, if you like this idea, as well as like a bunch of the other shows that we do, where we have a Pathfinder game, we have a Starfinder game that's premiering on the 21st. We have Once Upon a Tabletop, where we play tabletop games and like board games and stuff, and we role play them. We have lots of great content and more content coming up, so if you like that, if that sounds like it's up your speed, hit that follow button, and thank you so much. Okay, yeah, let's do that final sign off. Does anyone have any final like, hey, I'm this and I do that?
I do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go first.
But you're gonna go first. Yeah.
Okay.
You're like third.
Come on. Your intro was perfect. What could go wrong?
It was. What could go wrong? Hi, I'm Paige. I played Voltar in this episode and will continue to do so in the next. I am an artist. I draw things, and you can buy them. So here is all my... Hold on. Paste. Go. Follow me at The Ram Queen on Instagram, at The Ram Queen at Twitter. If you like what you see, right now I'm doing Inktober, which I've been inking everything and it's all spooky. My last thing was Bonnie the Bunny from Five Nights at Freddy's, and it looks fabulous.
Spoopy.
You can buy my stuff. You can ask for commissions. Do it. I'm poor. Also, I did a beautiful t-shirt for Palmer. For Ziggy and his ice cream. It's an ice cream cone with horns and a top hat. Who doesn't want that? So, that's me.
I feel like there's going to be an uptick in sales after next episode.
I hope so. Yeah, but that's me. And the only thing I can think of is a Cowboy Bebop reference, so I'll see you in space, cowboy.
See you later,
Nice.
Space Cowboy.
I don't care!
Alright, yeah. Solid.
Thank you, Travis. Don't ruin my stuff.
I'll see you in space.
I usually say that for...
Period.
I
Period.
say that for Destiny. I say I'll see you in Space Guardian, which is my reference to Cowboy Bebop, which is Travis said it correctly.
Nerd.
Shut up.
Hey, nice Shadowrun Anarchy book.
Right? You can get the PDF for like $15 on DriveThruRPG.
Wow.
It's super cheap. I think it would be
$15 is like 10 less than 25.
Yeah. And you know what? Regular Shadowrun, I think it costs like 40 or 50. So why the fuck would you want to play that when you could play this? Yeah.
Shadowrun Anarchy.
That's like $35 more.
I'm such an
crazy.
SR5 hater, man.
Welcome to Shadowrun Anarchy Math Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
you there, audience. Do you like washed up Let's Players and really bad voice actors? Well, you should follow this guy. You can find me, Mr. TraviTrav, all one word, on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram, and TraviTravVA on Twitter, where you can...
stands for voice actor.
That's right, little Timmy. How's the scoliosis?
I'm walking with a cane and all the kids are making fun of me.
Yeah. You'll have to get used to it because it's downhill from here. So if you need a terrible voice actor, hit me up, fam.
And an inspiration to our youth.
Yeah.
All proceeds go to the Scoliosis Fund.
Oh
Right?
my god.
For
To everybody who
scoliosis.
just joined and was very offended, sorry, not sorry.
Hit that follow button.
Yeah.
Buy the merch. All right.
Yes. All right. Well, with
about it.
that, I think it's time to just fucking sign off. But before
Yeah.
so I'm gonna raid a channel as we try to remember to do at the end of every episode. And Saving Throw Show is actually doing their own Shadowrun game right now. They're doing 5th edition, the inferior version of the equally good, depending on your tastes, game of Shadowrun, and yeah, I think we're gonna just raid them. So have a great night, everybody. Oh,
I forgot something, but I can shut up. That's fine.
How important is it?
Pathfinder Saturday.
Yes,
I'm on there.
Pathfinder in not this Saturday, the following Saturday.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we're gonna kick off the first weekend of 3 RPGs. It's gonna be Saturday Pathfinder Shattered Isles, which is a homebrew setting. Then Starfinder Stellar Drift is gonna premiere on Sunday, and then Join the Anarchy on Monday. So that's in 2 weekends.
Crazy. Watch me play as a lizard named Thomas. It's great. He's got a hat. I'm gonna wear it next episode. Watch it, because I need to remember that.
Yes, thank you, Palmer.
Ooh,
we also have
Palmer.
next Monday. Okay, so in between the 2 weeks of Join the Anarchy, we also do a game called Misspent Youth. Misspent Youth is going to not premiere. It's going to have its 3rd episode. We weren't able to do it last week due to sickness and gross stuff. But now we'll be able to play that, and then the actual finale is going to be in November. So we're going to be able to, so we've basically stretched out Misspent Youth a little bit, and Misspent Youth is really good. And yeah, I'm having a blast, and I would love to keep doing it, but we only did a 4-episode arc, so I'm sure we'll bring it back though, because that overlay is sick. Anyway, all right, so. Yeah, fuck it. Can we go now? Bye.
Longest outro ever.
Love you.
All right.
Bye, guys.
50th
Bye.
episode. Ah!